Hey, for all you young people who have been watching and growing up in this modern society of the United States and you're bitter and you're tired of being accused of being lazy and you're tired of being accused of having strong thumbs. Well, it's people my age who've put those cell phones in your hands. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with IT technology. It's fantastic. I'm not against IT technology. I'm against IT fraud. I'm against bad stock system, and I'm against bad banking systems, and I'm against white collar criminals. So, as a governor candidate, if I get the nomination, which is why I'm asking you to get behind me, you're going to find a leader who's akin to Teddy Roosevelt. Now, if you've done your history, I hope that you are a fan of Teddy Roosevelt. He led a charge against the tyrants of the day, the Rockefellers and the big oil and the railroads and all of that were just absolutely abusing their power after they did a pretty cool thing of bringing such an industrial revolution. They just decided they wanted to continue to be, you know, imperialists and turn everybody into slaves. Well, Teddy Roosevelt said, no, no, you're not going to do that. And he used the authority and power of his position as a president to launch. What did he do as a president? What did he do? He launched lawsuits. He wasn't in bed with the kleptocrat tyrants, the imperialists. He said, "No, I am for the people of the United States of America." And you know what? The market is ready. And I have business training, okay? I've got 2 master's degrees and I've launched strategies that have helped, tyrant thinkers, and I've been abused. I have been abused. I've got a good heart. I'm a kind person. Everybody who knows me knows this about me. I go and help my neighbors when they move. I help build a fence. I drive down to Detroit and help people. Whoever comes up to help me, nobody. This is something that I can't abide. There's a sentiment of people in the United States who have just gone head over heels about money, and that's all they think about. They look at their stock portfolios, they look at their cell phones and their dashboards, and they think that they're sitting pretty with their stock portfolios. Guys, the stocks today are based largely on fraud and the machinations of kleptocratic maniacs who are seeking nothing but power. And that's why it's getting dark, because many of our politicians and our elected officials are absolutely on the take. They're turning a blind eye. It's even in academic leadership. It's in medical leadership. The opioid crisis is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The scandals at the universities, guys. Preachers. This is why I'm so ticked off at the preachers and the priests. And I'm literally having to rewire your thinking using scriptures. All you have to do is go to the 3 websites that I've got, go to the description box. I have one statement for academics, one for commerce, and one for governance. And I'm opening 3 corporations, and I'm running for political office. So, how can you do all that, Dave? You can't do all that. You're just one guy. That's all right. I'm one guy. So was Teddy Roosevelt. You put the words out there, you put the right words out there, and people get on board. Guys, it's time for you to be brave. It's time for you to be strong and courageous. I'm not buying all these. I am not buying the collapse of the United States and all the rhetoric. The rhetoric is wrong. We need leadership. We need people to stand up against fraud. We need people who can design strategies that lead our intelligence communities, that lead our academic communities, that lead our governance leaders and our commercial leaders back to using ethical best practices. You're looking at the guy who's leading the charge. You know, I'm not bad looking. You know, I do wash and I do comb my hair, and pretty soon you're going to start seeing a cleaned up Dave, right? You've seen a broken down, disheveled version of Dave. I clean up real well, and I can go toe to toe with anybody. You know, I've had the blessings of being around some of the greatest men of our time. A Medal of Honor winner, Michael Thornton. My God, what a treat! I was under his wing for 3 years, 2.5 years. I got to meet Norman Schwarzkopf face to face and spend 3 days with them. There's a lot of people that I've met. Carl Levin, who was a champion against uh, tyrants, and I'm trying to capture his attention, and I'm getting ignored, and I'm tired of getting ignored. So I took the shirt off the other day and showed the world my Buddha belly. Some people would say that's self-sabotage. I look at it as self-effacing humor. Keep watching Dave's Buddha belly. It's going to go away, and you're going to get a six-pack. I've lost 26 pounds. I'm committed to doing this work. Since 1997, I've been working on a recipe to bring an argument of righteous behavior, of good behavior, honest ethics, based not on Bible thumping, but on finding the very way to explain how science has proven and our best academic disciplines have proven that what works is what lasts, and that truth always prevails. Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Well, I'm not Jesus, but I've got Christ in my heart like everybody on earth does now. Whether you're a Christian or not, the beauty of the Christian faith is it's very in its final analysis, it's love your neighbor as yourself. That love is going to overcome the entire world. We're going to preserve the religions. We're going to preserve the traditions. We're not going to embarrass anybody for their faith. And we're going to be merciful, for behavior that's not regenerative, because everybody's human. So I'm real, okay? I got my arms open. I hug everybody. And I love people, And I think I'm the kind of leader that you're going to need and want. And plus, I've got the guts to stand up against the kleptocrats. And I'll give you an example. If you're a politician, a standing senator, all right, and you're not making a huge stink about kleptocracy, you're probably on the take, because kleptocracy is public enemy number one, just like it was when Teddy Roosevelt led the charge and with all the lawsuits. Baby, lawsuits are coming. The Republican Party needs an enema, okay? The enema starts with, in the description box. Go check out my websites. You're gonna say literally, who in the world is this guy? How did he come up with this stuff? Well, don't be so shocked. I'm an American. We're creative. We're innovative, I put the Seabiscuit video on there against War Admiral for a reason. The whole country is like Seabiscuit right now. We've been battered and beaten and abused and had our leg broke, and we're going to beat the War Admiral. We beat him every time. It just takes love and unity and a team. And, I'm not doing anything that's not already been done. We, the people, is not my phrase. That's our guts. That's the Constitution. That's what we're made of, folks. So, yeah, you can watch a 10-minute video. It's not going to kill you. And then hit like, share, and subscribe. Thank God for Google. I mean, yeah, I think that there's a problem with the leaders of Google too. They're kind of like, they got way too much power. And I think they're smart enough to realize that they're going to have to put that power back into sovereign governments and support regulation, okay? and be a champion for the people. And you can't hold on to all that power and set an example for sovereign government. The sovereign governments must have more power than any single corporation. Okay, human nurture, building society is a basic outlaid recipe. And if you forgot how to do that, go to my websites and you'll see my best effort to explain it and summarize it. But, you know, those academics are all well documented, and we've had them for years. So we just got to get back to it. If you are a doctor and you are a criminal, I'm going to find you, okay? You best clean up your shit. Get your shit cleaned up. You know, if you've got to admit something to the authorities, you better do it. If you got to leave town and get the hell out of the country, you might want to think about that, because you're not going to stand when I become governor. I am going to expose you. Yes, I have absolute firsthand into medical fraud. I sold medical instruments for 3.5 years, and I talked with board members of high companies which would not entertain my products, innovative products that I was representing. And you know why? It wasn't because they weren't good enough. It's because I couldn't put their staff up in 2 weeks down in Miami and take them golfing, okay? And then give them a week's training on what their stock portfolio was going to do if they adapted my product. See, that's what big corporations do. These people, they think they have it all sewed up. Right now, what they're doing, they are on a feeding frenzy of stupidity. They're trying to buy and sell corporations and not grow corporations. Buying and selling corporations is a dead-end road. It's dead end. You're stopping the life cycle. You're stopping the flow of the blood flow of commerce is money. People have got to be empowered to make money, raise their families, grow their intelligence, develop their skills. Innovations happen that way. That's what you do. By going with this focus on corporate quarterly shares and making all your money through stocks, absolutely foolish, and it's coming to an end. And I'm going to put in one more plug against arcanumglobal.com, which is going to show you a corporation that is formed to be pretty much a one-stop shop for oligarchs, multinational criminals, and I'm going to put up a lawsuit against them. And I'm going to be very shocked if they're still around next year, because this video is going to be noticed, and I'm going to be noticed. So these guys should have stayed in hiding. Instead, they're so bold and ignorant and arrogant. They're putting their fraud and their crime right out there so everybody can say, wow, are they that stupid? Yeah. I gave them the Idiot Award in a video for 2020 Idiot Award. Look it up. I've been around just a little while. My YouTube channel has only got 52 subscribers, but I would say it's going to have 152,000 before long, and it's just going to keep growing, because people are tired of being beat down and lied to. And the media, oh my God, everybody knows the media is owned by a handful of major corporations, and companies like Arcanum Global spin the stories. Our intelligence leaders who are retired and just lost their minds and work for bad people. Oh my God, you intelligence leaders who have had the opportunity to serve your country, and then you got sucked into greed, and now you work for bad guys. You guys are also going to be found out. Everybody who's doing that fraudulent and that bad stuff, your whole system is crumbling. All right, I'm leading the charge against it, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Your crime is in your face. All right, get behind Dave Campbell. Get behind me.